You know what's crazy in your 50s? You suddenly realise that half the things you used to care so much about, you don't care about anymore. You just laugh at it or you roll your eyes. I'm sure there's lots of things that you don't care about anymore that you used to really worry about when you were younger. Feel free to share and we can roll our eyes together. Hello everyone, it's Zoe here. Thank you for joining me. And let's talk about some of the things I really don't care about anymore. And the first one is that 30-step beauty routine I used to do when I was younger. I mean, oh my days. I used to have every cream under the sun because, it would get rid of this wrinkle and it would, make my skin beautiful and clear, and I had to have a toner, a cleanser, another toner for this for that, oils for this, serums for this. Oh my days. I'm I have wrinkles. I have, marks. I've aged. I am aging. But I have wrinkles because I laugh a lot and smile a lot. That's why they're called laughter lines. And I don't care. I really don't care anymore. If I could afford it, would I go and have some treatments? Yeah, probably, maybe, kind of. I know people have had facelifts and things. I don't think I could do that. I saw someone have it done, and oh god, like they oh no, like they really just like score all your faces. Oh no, I watched the film Face Off years ago. Still one of my favourite films, and I always think of that when I think of facelift. Not for me. I'll keep my wrinkles, please. Thank you very much. But you just don't worry about it anymore, do you? I mean, I don't have 30-step routines anymore. I have a flannel and makeup removal when it's needed, and good old Nivea. Nivea, which is what my grandmothers and my parents always used to. It was always Nivea or oil of Olay, and they're just as good. I'm sure some of you are going to disagree with me now. Number 2, have the bikini body. Oh my days, the amount of sit-ups I used to do. I want a flat stomach. I don't know if I've ever really had a totally flat stomach. I've always been sort of self-conscious in a bikini. Wobbly bits and stuff. But now, you know what my bikini body is? Well, I put a bikini on and I go to the beach and that's it. That's my bikini body and I don't care. I actually wear a bikini nowadays and I really don't care about it. But I used to be so really self-conscious about it when I was younger. It's mad, isn't it? I used to cover up with sarongs or shorts or throw something over the top. And obviously I don't walk around the streets in a bikini. I don't want to frighten everybody. But, if I'm on the beach, I wear it. And that doesn't bother me at all. So, yeah, I think your body, and I think that's like, and it's not just the bikini, is it? Is like just in everyday life. You try to look nice still, but I don't think we worry so much about, things not looking perfect, because nobody's perfect. Well, no, even the people we think are perfect, there's probably something slightly imperfect about them. What do you think? I don't care. It's more about comfort nowadays. Having a perfectly clean house whenever someone's coming round. Oh my days. I used to spend hours getting the house clean before anyone was coming round. Dusting, cleaning. Because what? What, do they think I'm a bad person? Or I can't look after my kids properly because I've got a little bit of dust on the top of the TV? I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? And it seems to be something. When I was younger, I really did think it was like people were judging me if my house wasn't spotless. I don't even think they probably noticed. But I did. And one of the things, it was the one thing in the COVID lockdown. And I remember talking to my aunt about it, and I said, you know what I like is I don't have to clean the house because nobody is coming round. And the sad fact was I was so bored here that I actually spring cleaned the house, and probably better than I've ever done before. I scrubbed everything just out of sheer boredom. But nowadays, you know, if you're going to come round, the house is as it is. So yeah, there's going to be dust in places, and there's going to maybe be my stuff hanging around, like my knitting on the table, or stuff that I'm not a particularly dirty person or untidy person, but I'm not going to go out of my way to put everything away because you're coming round. If you're really that worried, don't come round. Go somewhere else. Go to a museum or something that's clean. Come round. What people think of me. Wow. It's such a big thing when you're younger, isn't it? You just want people to like you. You want to fit in with everyone. You want your boss to like you. You want people you go out with to like you. You just want everyone to think you're a nice person. And it seems to be so important to you. But now, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I don't expect everybody to like me. And it is what it is. I don't like everybody. It's just what it is. I think, especially as you're older, it's so much better to have a few really good friends that you can rely on than lots of superficial friendships. And oh gosh, I don't even have the time and energy to put into trying to get everybody to like me or to be popular on social media. I've got better things to do with my time, and I just don't care. When I was younger, oh gosh, if someone wrote something nasty on my Facebook, I'd be like, oh no, I need to message them and find out what I've done to upset them. Now I'd just be like, okay, block. Who cares? It's okay to wear what you want. Now, growing up, I was a little bit goth punk. Still got a little bit of that in me. And I used to dress I was like, in my teenager years, I was very gothic. And, toned it down as the years went on. But there's always been that element of goth still in there. And I've wanted, and I've been quite good at that most of my life. I've not conformed to the latest fashions. That's just been, I've always been quite individual in that, so it's not really been a problem for me. But I always wanted to look nice. I never ever would have gone out. I wouldn't have been seen dead in a pair of jogging bottoms and a hoodie. Now, they are so comfy. and you'll often see me just lounging around. I thought about this the other day. I was running up to the post office here in town, and I thought, oh gosh, I'm running across town in my gym wear. And years ago, I just never would have done that. I would have, put something decent on. But no, I was like, oh, I haven't got time to get changed twice today. I'm going to the gym afterwards. I'll just wear this, and off I went. And high heels. How many years did I squeeze my feet into these stilettos, which is probably now the reason why my knees are so sore. And also I'm short. And so I always used to wear like really high heels, so I'd be a little bit taller, and I always thought they made me look slimmer. Now, no, I slouch around in my trainers and my thick-soled flip-flops. I don't care. Comfort beats everything else nowadays. And the final one is you don't need to say yes to everything. Oh, my days when I was younger, I used to feel guilty if I didn't say yes to people. And they used to try and guilt trip you into saying yes to things that you didn't really want to do. Now we're older, we don't need to worry about that. And we can do what we want. Oh, my days, when I was younger, the things what I didn't like was, if I didn't want to do something, I felt I had to lie and tell elaborate lies to get out of doing something that I didn't want to do, instead of just saying no. And now, no. No, if I don't want to do something, I'm going to tell you, sorry, I'm just not doing it. Do you know what? I'm too tired to waste my energy arguing with you about something I don't want to do. And I would never force anyone to do something they didn't want to do. You know, I might ask them nicely. If they say they don't want to do it, they don't want to do it. And I think that's the same with me. And I guess one of the things I don't really talk about on here, but I get a lot of comments about, sometimes negative, is all my tattoos. Yes. Right. Now, can you see that one? That one there. That one there. That one. And I have them up there as well. Yeah. So my tattoos. I had my tattoos done when I turned 50. So before then, I had one tattoo, this one here, the rose. I had that done in my mid-30s. So I've always loved tattoos. But my dad was very anti-tattoo on women, and my husband was the same. And so I never had them done. But I also think that in the last 10 years, tattoo artists have really come into their own, and it is a lot more art. And like this one was what used to do, and you know, all that time ago, you just walk in the tattoo artist and you'd pick a design and they do it. Now they custom make them for you, and I always wanted tattoos, and in a way I'm glad I waited till I was in my 50s, because the work that they've done is, I mean, my tattoo artist he's just phenomenal. I love what he designed for me. I gave him the pictures and my ideas, and he created these wonderful designs for me. And now I know there's people that don't like tattoos, and that's fine, but I always wanted them. It's my body. This is an example of, in my 50s, I'm going to do what I want to do, and I wanted them, and I got them done, and I got this full sleeve done. And my sleeve is, I wanted it only to be women on my arm and to represent the coolness of women with a little bit of mystique in it, because I do like all the mystical stuff as well. And the one there, that is actually my dad. And this is a tribute I had done to my dad. And it says, too old to rock and roll, too young to die, because that was his favourite Jethro Tull song. And it was very appropriate, because he was too old to rock and roll and he was too young to die. And I'm so glad I got that, because I just love it. And that's an example of what you can do in your 50s and not care what people think, because I know a lot of you don't like them. I do, and that's all that matters. Anyway, what don't you care about anymore now you've hit your 50s? Let's share some ideas. Thanks for watching. Look forward to hearing all your thoughts. See you all soon. Take care. Bye.